Hey guys, Palacio here with a new video for the Mavic Pro. I've decided to make a series of videos for the Mavic that will feature the intelligent flight modes that the Mavic has. I believe that these great features will help you create smooth cinematic shots, much like the ones you see on movies and on TV shows. There are many videos out there that show you this, but my goal is to give you some tips and ideas on why and how to use these great features that the Mavic has to offer you. So with that said, one of the intelligent flight modes that the Mavic has is ActiveTrack. ActiveTrack will allow you to follow a subject from behind, from the side, or even from afar. Now these modes are called Trace, Profile, and Spotlight. But before jumping into each one of these modes, here are some very useful tips to get you started. First of all, make sure that your remote is not set on sport mode. ActiveTrack features will not work if your remote is set on sport mode. Trust me from experience, it will drive you crazy if you don't realize that sport mode is on until you figure it out. Second of all, you need to be aware of your surroundings. It's better to be in an open field, on a flat surface, away from trees, power lines, cables, especially when you're just getting started. Once you get the hang of it and become more familiar with the Mavic and its features, you could be more daring with your shots. Third, make sure your subject doesn't blend in with the background. The contrast between the subject and the background is key to highlight the subject on either one of these ActiveTrack modes. Make sure that you are not too high or far away from your subject, otherwise the Mavic may not be able to track it. Now come on, the Mavic is awesome, but you gotta give it some slack on a couple things. Either one of the ActiveTrack features are better to use on slow moving targets so you can get the best cinematic shot. Plan your shot ahead of time. ActiveTrack is not recommended for random shots because you may lose the shot altogether, so plan your shot ahead of time if possible. Another tip for smooth cinematic shots is watching movies. Let the professionals give you some ideas on how to make these type of shots. For example, right out of the top of my head, the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit movies, they take great cinematic shots from the sky. Another suggestion, learn from National Geographic documentaries or movies. They take awesome videos of the wild and nature. And one more very important thing, practice, practice, practice. In this video, we will talk about Trace, which is one of the 3 modes of the ActiveTrack feature. To activate Trace, click on the controller image on the bottom left of the screen. Select ActiveTrack. Then you're going to click or highlight the subject. Once done that, click Go and click Trace from the right side of the screen. Trace will follow your subject in any direction the subject moves. If the subject changes direction, the Mavic will follow, trying to keep the subject in the middle of the screen. If the subject moves towards the Mavic will move backwards. Now be aware of your surroundings, as described earlier in this video. Now here are some ideas on how to use ActiveTrack Trace. Here you see the Mavic following the subject on the same route. Now 2 different shots cut into bits and pieces overlaid one over the other gives you this result, as if it's 2 different people riding the same path. I thought it would be fun to try this out and see how it looked. Hope you guys enjoy it. Maybe give you some ideas as well. Now here we are on a narrow hiking trail. Smooth cinematic shots in tight areas. Once again, on trace, the Mavic will fly backwards if it's facing you. The sensors of the Mavic will detect the overhanging branches, and if they get too close, it'll stop. On trails with overhanging trees, makes your shot look pretty cool. If the Mavic gets too close to any branch, it'll stop, but then you can do some editing afterwards, as it was in this case. One of the cool abilities of Trace is that it allows you to circle around your subject. You could either circle it clockwise or counterclockwise, and you could also adjust the speed that you wanted to circle it. Here are some samples. Put the remote down and let the Mavic do its thing. This is my rocky shot. A great feature is that it allows you to do some type of crane shots. While circling your subject, you can move it up or down, right above you circling the subject. It's a great tool. Here I'm tracing the subject, going uphill. Now the curious thing about this shot is that the Mavic is rotating around me, but I got lucky. As you can tell, the Mavic is keeping the same altitude while the elevation is getting closer to it, and almost crashed it. It grazed the grass by just barely, and you can tell by the face that I made there. Here we're coming downhill on the path. Trace is tracking me and keeping the same speed. As you can see, smooth and cinematic shots that the Mavic allows you to use with Trace ActiveTrack. Don't be afraid of trying things, just use caution. And one additional tip, don't panic. And be sure you know where the cancel button is at any time and be ready to use it. As you can tell here, Trace is locked into the subject, but you can change the altitude of the shot, controlling the height for a better shot. Here's another look at a tight shot between trees using Trace. And finally, to close up this video, a Trace shot from above. I hope this video was helpful for you, maybe give you some ideas. Use your imagination. If you're new to this type of photography, as I am, there's a lot of things that you can accomplish with the Mavic. It's just a matter of practice and imagination. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm coming up with 2 more videos that should be up pretty soon about the ActiveTrack that would cover the profile and the spotlight. So stay tuned for those. This should be up pretty soon. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope these tips and suggestions will help you with your cinematic shots. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, and I would really appreciate those thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to use the comment box below. Until the next video, we'll see you soon. This is Palacio signing out. Thanks a lot. Peace.